Look at this picture here. This picture, it's not AI. It is a picture that shows many trees in the background and one that is in front. And this one that is in front is dry, with the appearance of being dead. But what calls our attention is that what is wrong with this tree that is in front, which is dead and dry, it is not the weather, because if it was the weather, all the others would be dry as well. It is not the soil, otherwise all the others would be the same. It is not the outside, but something that is inside the tree itself or in its roots. So with this image, you can see an illustration of what happens in the life of many. Why some prosper, go well, given the same circumstances, and others, in the very same circumstances, go badly. They cannot create a good marriage, they cannot prosper either in their career or in inner issues. The person cannot do what others do, even with greater problems. But this person with smaller problems, they cannot. Why? The problem are not the circumstances. The world leads many to victimization, to make people believe that they are victims. If the outside changed, if circumstances were more favorable, so they would be better, more prosperous, more successful people. If the outside changed, this kind of speech is everywhere, everywhere. If the world changes, I will be a better person. Good luck with that. You will believe in it. Good luck. Take a number for the kill and sit down and wait, because the world will not change to accommodate you. I'm sorry to say this, to give you this news, but the fact is, if you want to prosper, win, overcome problems, you cannot look at the outside but your inside.
Yes, the sincerity that you need to have regarding your decisions, the choices that you made in life. Because when you think, for example, in your childhood, and maybe you had a bad experience in your childhood, normally what they say out there is, can you see, you went through this in your childhood, so you always suffer because of this event of your life. So you carry a burden because of the mistake of someone else. But during this period of time, you made loads of decisions in your life, many decisions. And this is when you need to be sincere, because sometimes it's easier for you to say, no, everything that I have been through is because of what happened in my childhood. Everything who I am today is because of my mom, my dad, because I didn't have this or that, or this happened to me. So people, they don't want to think. They want to go there on that place where it's hidden. Everything is hidden, locked up. The roots are hidden. There in that place where it's hidden, there are many decisions that you made, thoughts that you believed, that came and you believed, you accepted, because when you are sincere, you look at the root. But if you don't look at the root, you will never be able to identify what is wrong. And it's crucial for the person to stop blaming others or to think that she is the result of the choices of other people. You also made your own choices. And this heart is boring. It's hurtful, but it is necessary. It is a pain that it is necessary.
Yes, the pain, the heals not the one that hurts, but the one that heals. The Lord Jesus said, "For a tree is known by its fruits." Simple words, most probably you've heard it before, but so profound. If I want to learn who I am and what is inside me, I must look at the fruit of my life. The fruit is what you see, is what you taste, is what you eat from the tree. Am I right? If you take an orange from an orange tree and the orange is so sweet, delicious, you say this tree is good and healthy. But if that tree only produces sour oranges, you may start saying there's something wrong, not with the orange, but the tree. You can understand it. Likewise, if you want to learn which type of tree you are, if you want to learn your roots, right? What was wrong back in your past that is still determining behaviors of yours today, where should you start? You should start with the end. What is the end? The fruits. If you look at the fruits, you cannot deny it. What is the fruit of your life? You must, we all must understand that in us there are good roots, good things that were taught by our parents, planted by our upbringing. You who had good upbringing, you had good roots, but also you have bad roots. Everybody have them. Because where do bad roots come from? Come from sin, from the bad things we do. So nobody's perfect. Bad roots exist in all of us, though you might have had a wonderful childhood. Christiane can speak more about it. She had an exemplary childhood, good parents, but she had a root of insecurity in her. And maybe these roots are still being manifested in you. For instance, when you are looking for a job in a career that you will have to challenge yourself to be better, to grow, you have even a desire to grow. But in you, there's a thought, this is too much for me. It's too much for me to handle. I cannot do it. I'm a fool. I don't have the intelligence as others. Then you discard yourself. You don't move forward. Why? Because this root of inferiority, incapability is in you. So what are the fruits of your life? For a tree is known by its fruits. You will learn who you are by your fruits. For you to cut the roots, first you must identify them. For you to identify them, you need to go deep. You need to dig. You need to look within yourself. Don't be quick to discard the idea of, oh, I have bad roots in me. I don't think I do, Bishop. I'm a very practical, strong person. I learned a lot. I'm different. I'm not like my father or my mother.
The root. This is the root.
This can also be a root of pride, a root of thinking that you are someone. No problem is orphan, which means there's no problem without a father, without an origin, without a cause. The bad fruit happened, there's a rotten root behind it. So what is the problem that you have been trying to solve it for so long, and you cannot? So for you to solve a problem with roots, you need to look at the fruits of your life. What are the bad fruits in your life? The good ones, you only need to keep them. But the bad ones, bad character, lies, you're explosive, bad temperament. There's an addiction you cannot get rid of. You have an inclination to be a negative person. Everything that is bad, every bad fruit in you, you must identify this fruit and to start learn where is it coming from. And it's not going to the psychologist, but going to God. You need to go to the one who can solve it. Go to the one who can solve it. Go to God and say, Lord, help me to understand myself, to learn myself. You said for a tree is known by its fruits. So I identified this fruit. Help me to understand myself. Let's start digging. The shovel is sincerity. You look within, you look for the fruits. And the fruits that you think are bad, you start looking at the branch. Which branch has the fruit? That branch goes down to the root. You go there and God will show you. And when He does that, He will also show you the solution. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.